What's up, guys? I'm here with another Dragon Ball FighterZ video. So Dragon Ball FighterZ has been really successful at bringing in new people to fighting games, which I think is awesome. But something I'm seeing a lot is a lot of the same mistakes from newer players pretty frequently in this game. So today I'm going to be running through a list of 7 common beginner mistakes in Dragon Ball FighterZ. And hopefully, if any of these seem familiar, seem like maybe things that you're doing, you can correct that and you'll have more success online. So let's jump right into it. So the first mistake is using Super Dash too much. So Super Dash obviously is pretty good. You should be using it, somewhat regularly, but just don't get really predictable with it. I fight a lot of people online where all they do is just Super Dash over and over. That's the only way they know how to get close. And if you know that the opponent's going to Super Dash, you react to it with a down heavy, you get a free combo. So a lot of people online, you can just beat them by waiting for them to Super Dash and then punishing it. So make sure, don't get predictable, guys. Always mix up the way you're approaching the opponent. Don't get too obvious. Make them have to work to punish you. The next mistake I want to talk about is not paying attention to your blue life. So this can apply to if you're the one who has a lot of blue life, don't just let your character die. Try to find a way to get out of there and get him recovering his life, because that will really make you live a lot longer if you're able to recover a lot of blue life. And you don't always have to do it just by normal tagging. You can do stuff like guard canceling. That's generally safer. Or you can do a Z change to bring another character in. But whatever you do, don't just let yourself lose a ton of blue life, because that's life that you could recover and you could use to make a comeback. And that also applies to your opponent. If your opponent has a lot of blue life, think about, okay, what is he going to want to do? He's probably going to want to tag, right? And so in the case that he does tag, be ready. Look and see, okay, he has a lot of blue life. Maybe go for a Dragon Rush and hit the assist button to bring that character back in so they lose all the blue life. This should be something that you're kind of always cognizant about. Don't just play around the normal health bars, play around the blue life as well. The third mistake that I see people making a lot in this game is not utilizing their assists. This isn't a 1v1 game, guys. This is 3v3. So make sure you're taking advantage of the 2 characters that you have in the back. You can do all kinds of stuff with them, like if you have pressure, you can call an assist to lock them down. You can use assists during combos. To do stuff like that. They're really, really important, guys. So make sure that you're not neglecting your assists. You're building your team around assist synergy, figuring out what synergies exist with your assists and taking advantage of them. Next up, a common mistake I see is people forgetting to use Dragon Rush. Dragon Rush is extremely strong, and a complaint I hear a lot is like, oh, I don't know how to open up people who just block everything I do. What do I do to break through to your guard? And everybody has an attack that automatically beats blocking, and it's Dragon Rush. And I mean, yes, it can be broken if they press a button at the same time, but it's hard. Not everyone's going to have that level of reaction. So test them. Make sure that they're ready, and try to catch them with Dragon Rush. And it's not just like a throw in other games. You can combo off it, which is really strong, or you can use it to snap in other characters like I mentioned earlier. So it's an extremely useful tool. Don't forget it's there. Make sure that you're using it at the appropriate time. The number 5 mistake I see a lot is people not managing their meter correctly. Guys, if you land a hit and you're thinking about using your meter, think, is this going to kill? Because if it's not, it's probably not a good use of your meter. So like in a situation like this, okay, I use all my meter and I do a lot of damage, but he's still alive and he has all that blue life that he can tag out and recover. So guys, when you get a hit, think, instead of ending it with a super, end it in a situation that's going to allow you to do another mix-up. So keep the pressure going, and then when you get that hit where they're low enough that the super is going to kill, then go ahead and do it. And kill them. That way you're going to build more meter, you're going to have a better chance of killing the opponent's characters. It's just stronger in general. Don't waste your meter in situations where it's not worth it. Next up, a really bad mistake is not taking advantage of sparking. if you're in a situation like this, when you're about to die and you still have sparking up, you may as well just use it, because dying with sparking still up is one of the worst things you can do. And even if the opponent lands a hit, if you have sparking up, you're going to be recovering that life. You're going to be staying alive a lot longer. Whereas if you don't use sparking, then that hit probably would have killed, because you're not regenerating the life. So sparking is really, really powerful. Don't die without using it. That is a bad move. Take advantage of it. And also, the other way around, if it's your first character, you know, don't just use sparking for no reason. You only get one a match, unless you summon Shenron. But for the most part, you're only getting one a match. Don't just throw it out. Either use it because, A, you're going to do a combo that is going to kill a character, and it won't kill the character if you don't use sparking. That's one good reason. Or B, again, like I said, if you're low on characters, you want to make a comeback, that's the other good time to use sparking. But don't just use it for no reason, and also don't die without using it. And the seventh and final mistake that I see a lot from beginners is always pressing buttons on wake up. You really have to get in the habit of blocking on wake up. Because if you get knocked down and you're just mashing, the opponent is going to hit you with an attack while you're getting up. They're at the advantage in that situation. You have to recognize it's not your turn to hit buttons. You got to block. So when you're waking up, block, wait for your opening, and then find a moment to stick a button out or to respace yourself and get back to neutral. But whatever you do, don't just be pressing buttons all the time when the opponent is at advantage. That's really important, or otherwise you're just going to get killed if the opponent has clean setups. So guys, that's pretty much it for this list. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found it informative. I've done a list just like this for Tekken 7 as well, if you're into that game, so make sure to check that out. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.